Welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, hosted by Craig Dawson, Vice President, Soul Pit Media.
Hello and welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report. Today we have Dr. Kathi Elliott, CEO of Gwen's Girls. Dr. Elliott, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Dr. Elliott, we always want our youth to not only dream, but to strive to live up to their dreams. And we always let them know that their dreams are within reach. Growing up, did you envision yourself becoming a CEO of an organization that helps so many people?
I didn't envision running an organization, but I knew I would be a leader. I not only saw it in myself, but I believe my mother saw it in me as well. And she put me in situations and activities that actually blossomed and helped me grow as an independent thinker and a leader. I knew I would be running some organization or entity and leading people in some way, but never envisioned that I would have the tremendous honor of the work that I have been doing for the past 6 years at Gwen's Girls. It's been an absolute pleasure. But I knew early on, though, that I wanted to help people. Early on, I knew I had a passion for understanding behaviors and relationships and why people interact and do the things that they do. And so that led me into my career path of pursuing psychology, psychiatry, and social service and social work. And by degree, I have a master's in social work and a master's in nursing, and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. So all of that culminated from just understanding early on, as I said, the passion that I had and still continue to have in helping people. And I think that it's important for us to help our young people identify and to grow their dreams and things that they want to pursue. But I also want to stress that it's never too late for any of us to dream and to pursue goals that we felt that we missed opportunities in pursuing when we were younger. I was a late bloomer. I think even my mom, she didn't get into her career, and she actually, to me, had 2 careers, but she was in her mid-30s before she really honed into what it is that she wanted to do. So it's never too late. We all have the ability to pursue our dreams no matter what age we are, but definitely it's important for us to find ways that we can nurture the skill set and the purpose that our young people, I believe, have at a young age.
Now, Dr. Elliott, I have to ask because I knew your mother personally. What was it like growing up in Pittsburgh, the daughter of a Pittsburgh legend, the late Pittsburgh Police Commander Gwen Elliott? Now, Commander Elliott was not only the first woman commander, but she was the first female African-American police commander in this whole city. What was that like growing up?
It was no different than I think that any other person growing up in the city of Pittsburgh had. And, you know, I was raised up, she was divorced from my father. So theoretically, she was a single parent raising me and my brother. And I watched her navigate and work to achieve her goals, and which wasn't easy here in the city of Pittsburgh, because as you mentioned, she was trailblazer in being in the first class of women police. But it was probably the best upbringing and the best opportunities that I can have ever hoped and wished for. And watching my mom, not only in her successes, but even the times where she was going through something, to watching her, how she navigated and how she networked and how she problem solved, it really has been a foundation for me. It was like I had a lifelong mentor to look up to and to understand how life will give you ups and downs and how you just flow with all of those things. And I feel like she was the epitome of just being resilient and also just wanting to help others. As I think I mentioned earlier, I think that my desire to help other people came from her and watching her. I also always say her being police, and now in this time when we're looking at social justice issues and criminal justice reform and policing and what's happening in our country, I would say my mom was the epitome of what community policing was about. She was about law and order and would arrest people, but she did it with dignity and respect. And the people knew that even if she was arresting them, they could go to her for support. So I kind of model what I do, my practice in working in the community and helping families and helping the girls that we work with, that all of us on any given day go through things, and we need somebody to support and to listen to us and to be there for us. And so I think that is the essence of who my mother was. There's not a week that goes past that somebody may call Gwen's girls and say how much she meant to them or what she did for them. I'm always come across people who were impacted just by something that she did. And that too gives me hope, and it makes me want to be a better person and think about the legacy that I'm leaving. And I encourage people and those that are listening to look at what legacy you're leaving, not only for your children and your family, but for your community.
Well, I have to say that your mother impacted me. I'm very honored to be able to call her a friend of mine. And we definitely should be concerned about the legacy that each and every one of us leave behind. Now, Dr. Elliott, you are so driven to help young African-American girls in the Pittsburgh area, especially the underserved. Where does that passion come from?
I am that girl. I am that girl that was living in the underserved community. Just being a Black girl here in the city of Pittsburgh and making decisions and engaging in things that a lot of our young people, it's on a different level now because communication is different and just the world is different in general. But at the end of the day, I often say that I am Gwen's girl, not because Gwen was my mother, but a lot of the decisions that I made at a young age or similar to what some of our young girls are making today. And unfortunately, in today's world, some of those decisions and states may have them end up in the juvenile justice system. And that is why I fight so hard to kind of shine the light and highlight the disproportionate rate of Black girls being suspended and expelled from school for things that, and I don't want to say it's normal teenage behavior, what I do know is that a white girl can commit the same type of offense, and I don't want to call it a crime because oftentimes it's not a crime, but they could do the same thing and the response and the consequence is much different between Black and white girls. And so my focus has been how do we level the playing field that all children have the opportunity to be children and the mistakes that they make the response be more appropriate for a child and not as if they're an adult.
Now, Dr. Elliott, what is the age range of the girls that you work with?
Our program provides after-school and community-based services and in-school support services to girls from ages 8 through 18. We do have some girls that have gone through Gwen's Girls and may go to college or be in a community. And my mother started a motto, once a Gwen's girl, always a Gwen's girl. So we do support some girls that are over the age of 18, but our primary programs are from 8 to 18.
Now, Dr. Elliott, in my research for this podcast, I was simply amazed at the depth of programming that Gwen's Girls offers. And I picked out a few of these programs just to highlight to our listeners that there is no excuse for people to feel that anything would hold them back from uplift, especially the female youth in our community. And can we just talk about your transportation program?
Yes, we have 3 program sites. And so the first main site, which has our administrative offices on the north side of Pittsburgh, and then we have another site in Kathi Forge, which is in Wilkinsburg and that serves the east end of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County. And then we have a program site in Clairton. And all of our sites provide transportation, sometimes to the program. We try to align and have students coming from schools that are in close proximity to our program site. So they may walk to our program, but then we also have the opportunity to pick them up and bring them to program. But then we transport all of our girls home. The only caveat is they have to live within a 3 to 5 mile radius from the program site to their home. And that's just because we can't spend a whole lot of time doing that transportation home once they leave programming. And then we sometimes have programming on Saturdays. So we are fortunate that we have enough vehicles, vans, and we do have a minibus to transport our girls and families to different activities should that require transportation.
We'll be right back with the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
As a father, I've done everything I can to protect my children. For my family, getting the COVID vaccine is about protecting the whole family now and in the future. That's why I'm making sure my children get the COVID vaccine and protect their health. For me, it's one less health risk to worry about. You have the power to finish this.
Visit pa.gov/COVID for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Intermission is over. It's time to restart the arts. Join the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council as we safely bring our arts community back to life. It's time for our next act to begin. It's time to restart the arts. Find events and information at artsburg.org.
The Port Authority of Allegheny County is hiring. If you're looking for a long-term career, competitive wages, great benefits, and desire an opportunity where very few days are the same, check out the opportunities at portauthority.org. We are driven to improve transit in the region. That's portauthority.org.
We do all we can to ensure our kids are happy, healthy, safe, and strong. Having high-quality, low-cost health insurance helps make that possible. With CHIP, your child can have medical, dental, eye care, and more for free or low cost. Whether you're self-employed, unemployed, or your employee benefits are just too expensive, CHIP is there for you to help your child be strong. CHIP Strong. Apply or renew today at 800-986-KIDS or go to chipcoverspakids.com.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
UPMC is committed to addressing the health disparities that disproportionately impact African Americans in our communities. By driving education, training, and programming, and building relationships with our community partners, we can ensure that all individuals and families have access to the preventive care, screenings, and treatment that can lead to healthier lives. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
With a ramped-up commitment to investing in local Black-owned businesses, Duquesne Light Company, in partnership with the New Pittsburgh Courier, presents Small Business Spotlight, powered by DLC. Published twice per month, the Small Business Spotlight profiles 2 Black-owned businesses and provides each of them with a free quarter-page ad to promote their business. Do you know a business that should be featured? Visit newpittsburghcourier.com/Small Business Spotlight for more information.
The future of transit is now, and we are working to improve your ride. Look for bus tracking technologies and other innovations to keep you better informed. Getting around town has never been so easy. portauthority.org.
Intermission is over. It's time to restart the arts. Join the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council as we safely bring our arts community back to life. It's time for our next act to begin. It's time to restart the arts. Find events and information at artsburg.org.
I've done everything to stay healthy and protect my unborn child during COVID. The way I see it, getting vaccinated is one less risk to me and my baby's health for now and the future. Plus, free vaccines are available in my neighborhood. You don't even need an appointment. Just walk in. You have the power to finish this.
Visit pa.gov/COVID for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
We're back with the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report. Now, Dr. Elliott, you also have a STEM program, which is really the hot trend now as far as STEM education. Could you talk a little bit about that program?
Yes, I can. When I first got to Gwen's Girls as the CEO, one of the main things that I wanted to focus on, we have been doing an annual fundraiser since we've been since my mother founded the organization. And I wanted to not only just have an event to raise money, but I wanted to raise awareness. And our first event under my leadership was focused on improving access to STEM education and post-secondary education and career paths for girls, especially Black girls, because that's the population that we serve. And we used the funds from that fundraiser to remodel our classroom that we had in our facility on the north side. So now we have a STEM lab. Girls have been, for the past couple of years, just doing STEM projects, doing robotics, coding, all the different things that oftentimes they are not exposed to during the regular school time hours, that spark their interest in wanting to continue to learn more about them, as well as pursue college careers in STEM. And then most recently, we have received funding to be very intentional about creating a pipeline of girls that are proficient not only in math, but in reading comprehension and sciences, because we know that after they go through the 5th grade, they tend to lose the interest of them. The research says it's not that they just lose interest, it's that they're not exposed, or there's this connotation that they don't possess the ability to do the math and the sciences. We're going to get up against that myth, and we have started a cohort of girls from the 3rd, the 5th, and the 8th grade, and then each year we're going to add a 3rd grade cohort, and they will have a specialized program that focuses on, as I talked about, strengthening their math skills, their reading comprehension skills, and then exposing them to activities and career paths that they can think about pursuing, again, because a lot of times this is not presented to them in the regular school hours.
That is phenomenal. And Doctor, it also leads me to my next question. I understand that you also have a tutoring program to help these girls with their classwork and also specialized endeavors such as STEM.
Yes, our regular programming, all the girls that come through Gwen's Girls and are enrolled in our program, they, upon enrollment, have an assessment, a comprehensive assessment to not just look at what areas that they need support, but what are their strengths. And then a pathway plan is developed. And part of that component is looking at where they are academically. So we'll get their grades from their schools and see what their performance has been, but we'll also have some internal testing and just some activities that gives us a better understanding of where they are academically. And then to devise a plan to help them, not just if they're not on grade level, to get them to grade level, but then how to get them beyond that grade level. The next thing is, since COVID-19 hit, one of the things that we did early on was to find ways that we can engage our girls academically from an online opportunity. And so we've created what's called ASI, which is Academic Success Initiative. And when we saw the benefit that our girls were having in having access to us via Zoom to not only have individual academic coach at their whenever they signed on, but then we also have specialized tutors that will help in specific topics in classes. And because we felt like this was an awesome opportunity that we were giving to our girls, we extended it to any child living in Allegheny County in grades K through 12. And they have been, since April of 2020, we've been having all access to our academic coaches to all students. And so that also has been a success. So if any of your listeners have children and it's not even just kids that need additional support, we have had an awesome opportunity to collaborate with the various universities that are in our region to also kids that are scholars classes that need additional work to help them be more challenged or to expose them to opportunities again that they may not get in their regular school hours. This is something that has been very beneficial to them. I know I'll give you an example, like over the summer, we had a robotics camp. And then we also had an opportunity for children to learn not just Spanish, but then they were also learning how to speak Latin. People can go to our website and explore all the different services that we provide, and the information about our tutoring and our academic support through ASI is listed there.
See, you also led me into my next question. In order to reach out to Gwen's Girls, do you have a number or a web address that you can give our listeners?
Absolutely. Our website is www.gwensgirls.org. All the information about all of our programs are on the website. And then there's a link, the contact us link. If somebody wants to send an email and inquire about our services, they can do that. They can also call 412-904-4239. And that is our direct administrative number, and they can get support and information there. And then we're on all the social media platforms. So if you want to send a message through any of those, they can reach out there.
Now, Dr. Elliott, I must say that I am off the record. I'm just so proud of you. I knew your mother, and I knew what she represented. She wanted the best for our city and the best for our community. And I do commend you on carrying forth that effort. And I just want to thank you so much for being a guest on our show. And never forget, Soul Pit Media is only a phone call away. If you ever need us, we always try to be there for you.
Absolutely. And you always are. And I thank you for this opportunity to talk about what we're doing at Gwen's Girls. I just want to do a quick plug and say that next year we will be celebrating 20 years. We are gearing up for a celebration in 2022. So stay tuned. And I definitely will be having information going out to Soul Pit. So thank you.
Well, there's never such a thing as a quick plug. So say that again one more time.
2022 is Gwen's Girls' 20th anniversary. Look out for information about how you can join us to celebrate. We're going to be wanting to reach out to everyone that had any connections to my mom, to Gwen's Girls, whether it was staff, girls, and families that participated in our program, our community partners. We're just looking forward to celebrating just being able to deal in serving people and also just honoring my mom's legacy. And I just thank everybody that has ever given to Gwen's Girls or supported Gwen's Girls and helped me to continue the legacy. So thank you, Pittsburgh, and thank you, Craig, for having me.
Dr. Elliott, just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to educate our listeners on the value of Gwen's Girls, and Godspeed to you, and keep up with the great work you're doing here.
Thank you so much, and you do the same.
We'll be right back with the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report.
As a father, I've done everything I can to protect my children. For my family, getting the COVID vaccine is about protecting the whole family now and in the future. That's why I'm making sure my children get the COVID vaccine and protect their health. For me, it's one less health risk to worry about. You have the power to finish this.
Visit pa.gov/COVID for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Intermission is over. It's time to restart the arts. Join the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council as we safely bring our arts community back to life. It's time for our next act to begin. It's time to restart the arts. Find events and information at artsburg.org.
The Port Authority of Allegheny County is hiring. If you're looking for a long-term career, competitive wages, great benefits, and desire an opportunity where very few days are the same, check out the opportunities at portauthority.org. We are driven to improve transit in the region. That's portauthority.org.
We do all we can to ensure our kids are happy, healthy, safe, and strong. Having high-quality, low-cost health insurance helps make that possible. With CHIP, your child can have medical, dental, eye care, and more for free or low cost. Whether you're self-employed, unemployed, or your employee benefits are just too expensive, CHIP is there for you to help your child be strong. CHIP Strong. Apply or renew today at 800-986-KIDS or go to chipcoverspakids.com.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
UPMC is committed to addressing the health disparities that disproportionately impact African Americans in our communities. By driving education, training, and programming, and building relationships with our community partners, we can ensure that all individuals and families have access to the preventive care, screenings, and treatment that can lead to healthier lives. Learn more at upmc.com/health disparities.
With a ramped-up commitment to investing in local Black-owned businesses, Duquesne Light Company, in partnership with the New Pittsburgh Courier, presents Small Business Spotlight, powered by DLC. Published twice per month, the Small Business Spotlight profiles 2 Black-owned businesses and provides each of them with a free quarter-page ad to promote their business. Do you know a business that should be featured? Visit newpittsburghcourier.com/small business spotlight for more information.
The future of transit is now, and we are working to improve your ride. Look for bus tracking technologies and other innovations to keep you better informed. Getting around town has never been so easy. portauthority.org.
Intermission is over. It's time to restart the arts. Join the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council as we safely bring our arts community back to life. It's time for our next act to begin. It's time to restart the arts. Find events and information at artsburg.org.
I've done everything to stay healthy and protect my unborn child during COVID. The way I see it, getting vaccinated is one less risk to me and my baby's health for now and the future. Plus, free vaccines are available in my neighborhood. You don't even need an appointment. Just walk in. You have the power to finish this.
Visit pa.gov/COVID for more information. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
We're back with the Soul Pit Media, Health, and Business Report.
Hi, this is Debbie Norrell, and welcome to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report Community Calendar. The EAT Initiative will be hosting Pittsburgh's World Food Day on October 16th. Pittsburgh joins with cities from around the world to celebrate the 76th anniversary of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations World Food Day. This year, Pittsburgh's festivities, streaming on several social media platforms, will feature cooking demonstrations, music, interviews, and the presentation of the EAT Initiative Exceptional Service Awards, acknowledging people and organizations who fight food insecurity. World Food Day Pittsburgh will culminate with the kickoff of EAT Initiative's $1 million campaign to solve food insecurity for the Pittsburgh region. The plan, utilizing hundreds of regional partners, will utilize existing resources to fill the gaps made obvious by the recent world events. To get more information about Pittsburgh's World Food Day, go to www.eatworldfoodday.org. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is happening on October 16th, and you can join the walk at your local event or walk from home in your neighborhood. No matter where you participate, know that your health and safety are top priorities. All local events will implement safety protocols, including physical distancing, contactless registration, hand sanitizing stations, and more. Per CDC guidelines around crowded outdoor settings, they ask that all walk attendees be vaccinated against COVID-19 or wear a mask when in an overcrowded area. Masks will be available on site. Registration begins at 8 a.m. at Highmark Stadium in Station Square. The walk distance is 2 miles. The Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council says it's time to bring a sense of meaning back into our world, to come together as a community and restart not only our economy, but the very drama of being alive. After a long and difficult pandemic, Restart the Arts is an essential public service campaign to safely re-engage audiences with Pittsburgh's world-class arts and culture. Please join the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council along with other member organizations to help fill this amazing canvas we call humanity. Find events at artsburgh.org. That's artsburgh.org. Thank you for listening to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, brought to you by Port Authority Employment. Looking for a great job with benefits? Check out their website, portauthority.org, and click on Careers. Thank you for tuning in to the Soul Pit Media Health and Business Report, hosted by Craig Dawson, Vice President, Soul Pit Media. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for your continued support.